going on, everyone? This is Austin from Calling Our Shot, and we are back for some player props and spreads in the NBA for Monday, May 3rd. Man, oh man, we got to recap yesterday, 3-2, a winning day. You love to see that after our recent slump. Kevin Durant's PRA, cash, he does it in points only. Damian Lillard, PRA, easy money, and the Suns team total over cash. Our two L's, Jason Tatum, we had an over in PRAs. He finishes 3 shy. And really, he should have hit it. I mean, he had 33 points, he had 2 rebounds, which is probably a season low. But he gets injured in the end thanks to Jaylen Brown, who also kept chucking up a lot of bricks, taking shots away from Tatum. Not much you can do there. Tyrese Halliburton, our other L, we had over 7.5 assists. He had 5 going into halftime, and he gets injured early on in the second half. Probably would have hit it. He injured awkwardly, landed awkwardly. Hopefully he's okay. But we'll move on. Not even mad. You have been killing the support. Over 4,400 subscribers. And if you're new to the channel, click that subscribe button. We do daily MLB and NBA videos as well as betting tips and tricks. We got a lot of things coming your way, so click that subscribe button so you don't miss out. We got to talk about Logan. He's 14-4 over his past 3 days in the MLB. Yesterday he was 3-3. He suffers bad beats just like us too. Not much you can do really with that. I mean, he's 14-4. He suffered a bad beat. If you didn't watch the Phillies game, which a lot of people don't watch MLB, but Phillies game, he had Phillies money line. You know what you're talking about if you saw that Phillies highlights. Moving on, today we got our April betting recap video. So we're talking about, we recapped all of April. We looked at our betting record in April. We also talked about some new channel additions coming this month in May, and the favorite top 10 parlays of the month. A plus 6,000 parlay doesn't even make the top 10 parlays of the month for the Call in Our Shot community. Putting a lot of hours into editing the video. You should see it up in a couple hours. Might even be up by the time you're watching this video. I will link it at the end if it already is up. So check that video out. Let's move on into today's slate of games. And we're starting with the Trail Blazers versus the Hawks. I'm going Trey Young over 39.5 points plus rebounds plus assists, sitting at minus 106. And here's why. Trey Young has feasted on the Blazers in his career, averaging 28 points per game, 10.2 assists, and 6 rebounds over his 5 career games. Here are his PRA totals in all 5. 44 PRAs, 44, 53, 42, 40 PRAs. He's cashed in all 5, and he's back, and he's going off right now. Blazers are one of the worst teams in the NBA guarding the opposing point guards. You look at it, giving up 25.6 points per game, 7.3 rebounds per game, and 8.8 assists per game. Trey Young is going to play a lot of minutes. The Hawks are fighting for a big playoff position, and the Hawks are favored today. And I don't agree with the Hawks being favored. I'm not going to bet that spread at all. I'm not touching it with the 10-foot pole. But I do like Trey Young. You look at the last 2 games for Trey Young, 43 PRAs and 37 in a game that he only played 28 minutes because they got blown out against Philadelphia. I think tonight he goes off. I think he has a big game against the Blazers. I'm locking it in. Trey Young over 39.5 PRAs. Moving on to a player that we love on this channel. His name is Russell Westbrook. And who doesn't love him if you're a betting player props guy? Russell Westbrook over 48.5 PRAs. You got to love the man. There's not many people that you see a PRA line at 48.5. That's like Luka Doncic territory. But if you look at the last couple games, Westbrook cashed his points total and PRA total. Last time we picked him a couple nights ago against the Dallas Mavericks. Speaking of Luka, he had 61 PRAs. Over his last 4 games, he has cashed this line in 3 of those 4 games. Tonight, he gets a game against the Pistons, or against the Pacers. The last time he played the Pacers, 35 points, 14 rebounds, and 21 assists. That's 70 PRAs. Granted, Bradley Beal was not there, but that should take some pressure off of Westbrook tonight. This game, if you haven't looked at the over-under, you should. 246 points. That is wild. I'm not touching that line, but Vegas expects a ultra high scoring game, one of the highest lines that you will see all year. Westbrook should continue to push the pace and score in transition. This Pacers team doesn't play a whole lot of defense, and I'm locking it in. Russell Westbrook over 48.5 PRAs, minus 122 value. You can take it at 49.5. I think he's going off tonight. Moving on. I don't have a line for this player. Same game. Domantas Sabonis. I'm taking his over in PRAs. Why? Well, because he's feasted. And he's feasted against his Wizards team. He feasted in his last game. We got to talk about it. I would have picked him in the last game, but Brogdon, questionable today. Don't know if Brogdon will play. Last game, Domantas Sabonis, triple-double in the first half. Ends with 26 points, 19 rebounds, and 14 assists. 59 PRAs. His line will not be that high. I expect high 30s, maybe low 40s, and I think he can hit that with ease. You look at the last time these two teams matched up, that would be the Pacers and the Wizards. Domantas Sabonis, 35 points, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists. We're talking, 52 PRAs. not too bad. I expect the high 30s, low 40s line. I will update you in the comments, or let me know what it is if you see it before I see it. But I'm taking it. I'm taking Domantas Sabonis over whatever it is. I don't really care unless they make it like 60.5. I won't take that. But we're taking Sabonis tonight in a big high-scoring game against the Wizards. Locking it in. I'll update the official number in the comments down below. Moving on. Derrick Rose, the former MVP. He's playing a ton of minutes. Tom Thibodeau traded for him for a reason. He's playing tons of minutes, and you look at it, we're taking his over 16.5 points, minus 122. You look at it, each last 7 games, D Rose has hit this over in 6 of those 7 games. He's playing 30-plus minutes off the bench. The one game he missed, he shot 2 for 11. So really, what can you do there? But like I said, he's playing big minutes, and he's cashing it with ease. The Knicks did just match up against the Grizzlies back on April 9th. And Rose, he treated people nicely, 19 points. And I think he gets that again. He took 17 shots, and I expect a high shooting performance out of him. They should be doubling Julius Randle, getting the ball out of his hands. Expect Derrick Rose to take over tonight, over 16.5 points. And he has hit this in 3 straight games versus Memphis. If you don't get it at 16.5, as it's sitting at minus 122 value, let's say it goes up to 17.5, probably lean towards his PRA line. He's been cashing that pretty easily. I'm just taking points because I know on 9 times out of 10, if he's going to cash his PRA line, he's probably cashing points. And I can't count on him for those other statistics, but I do like the PRA line as well. I'm just locking in. Derrick Rose, over 16.5 points. Moving on to a guy that cashed for us yesterday, Damian Lillard, over 38.5 PRAs, minus 104. Hey, I don't even care. Move it up 2 points. It doesn't matter to me. Yesterday, Damian Lillard, 45 PRAs against the Celtics, and tonight, he should have even more. You look at it, these teams have just matched up. And Blazers versus Hawks, high-scoring game, over under 236, and Dame's just getting heated up. Similar to Trey Young, he's feasted in their past matchups. You know, last 3 games versus Atlanta, Dame has had 30-plus points in all 3 of those games. PRA lines, 50 PRAs, 43 PRAs, and 46 PRAs. I like him to continue to dominate. Again, Trey Young versus Trey Young, or Trey Young versus Damian Lillard. You see the image. They're going to be going at each other tonight. High over-under. I like it. Damian Lillard, over 38.5 PRAs. That is my 5th player prop of the day. 2 over-unders and spreads. We're talking about Pistons versus Magic. You see how I feel about this game. This game is a dumpster fire. That's where we're taking the under, 213.5 points. If you gave me the option to watch paint dry or watch this game, I'd choose paint dry 10 times out of 10. I have no interest in watching this game. This game is absolutely disgusting, and I'm not going to shy away from it. I didn't even like seeing it when I logged on to FanDuel and saw the game. No, absolutely not. These 2 teams played twice earlier this season. Final score, 105-93 Magic. Big win. Combined for, what, 198 points. Nice. And then 105-95 Pistons. Barely breaking the 200 mark. Don't think either of these teams are really that good. They're missing basically their whole starting lineups. They're not going to score a lot of points. You saw the Magic score 75 points in a game. Granted, they did bounce back and get a big victory over Memphis. Rip to anyone's money line parlays out there, but you look at the Magic, they've cashed their over in too many games recently. It's actually cashed in 9 of their last 11 games. Tonight, Vegas gets one back. It's going to cash in 9 of 12. I don't think these 2 teams can combine for 213 points, 214 points to cash the over. Absolutely not. I expect this line to go down as the day goes on, and I'm locking it in now. Pistons Magic, under 213.5 points. And my last play of the day, Pelicans Warriors. We're taking the over, 236.5 points. And here's why. If you look at the recent matchups, you're using StatMuse like I tell you guys to, you'd see they haven't sniffed this over in the past recent games. And, you know, you'd be like, Austin, why are you taking the over? Well, here's why. Because in all 3 of those recent games that didn't get near the over, Steph Curry was not active in any of them. And as we all know, Steph Curry is about as big to that Warriors organization as anyone in the NBA is to their organization. Curry, in the final, you look at the recent games when Curry played versus the Pelicans. They had games like 147-140, 131-121, 120-126, 134-123, 125-115. A lot of high-scoring games, and I think Curry comes out, puts on a show in New Orleans. Just what I'm thinking. I think neither team matches up great against each other, and I think they'll just explode against each other on defense. As the home team, the Pelicans have cashed their over in 23 of the 33 eligible games. I like this over as my final pick on this Monday night of NBA action. I'm taking Pelicans versus Warriors over 236.5 points, and I'm locking it in and not saying less. Let's recap. Well, we'll do a parlay of the day. Why not? I'm taking a parlay. Doing Trey Young. Trey Young over 39.5 PRAs. Russell Westbrook over 48.5 PRAs. And then the final pick, we'll go Derrick Rose over 16.5 points. Combine them together, you're probably plus 520, something like that parlay. So Derrick Rose, Russell Westbrook, and Trey Young. We got to recap all of our picks. I'll put them right here, but we're talking Trey Young over 39.5 PRAs. Domantas Sabonis, I don't know what his line will be, but he is there. Then you got Derrick Rose over 16.5 points. Damian Lillard over 38.5 PRAs. And then Pistons Magic under 213.5 points. And Pelicans versus Warriors over 236.5 points. That'll do it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plays. I don't think I counted 7 right, but I got all of them right here. This has been Austin. I appreciate all your guys' support. Check out that betting recap video for the month of April. It's right here. I linked it on the screen. I know you guys can click on it. It's not asking for too much, and it's a really cool video. And you get to see all the new additions. All you guys help in the growth of this community. We really appreciate it. This has been Austin. I will catch you guys again tomorrow for some more betting tips and tricks video, or more player props and spreads in the NBA. And we got a betting tips and tricks video coming this Wednesday. A lot to check out. Make sure you catch that video right there. Click it right now. This has been Austin. I'll catch you guys again tomorrow. Peace out.